Not too long ago, Google released an IDE called Google Antigravity. Google Antigravity is an AI-powered IDE that can be used to develop applications. With Google Antigravity IDE, you can literally create applications without writing any single line of code, but just a few commands. To use Google Antigravity IDE, what you need to do is to download and install it. So let's do it. Open your browser, type in Google or search for anti-gravity. So once you search for anti-gravity, as you can see, the first link that comes out is the link. You can see Google anti-gravity there. Just click on it. Once you click on it, it goes to the website or the web page. On the web page, you look for download. You pick your operating system. In my case, I'm using Windows 64-bit. So click on it, then download. You see that it's downloaded. As soon as it downloads, go to where it is downloaded and do the installation. Okay, so just basic stuff in terms of the installation. Once it is installed, then open it like this. So once it's open, so just do basic configuration as you can see. So you click on next. So then you choose the setup flow. So you see other platforms that you probably would have been using. In my case, I've been using VS Code. I've also been using Cursor. Let the default be selected just like it is. Then you click on next. So here I'm going to choose the default one, which is dark mode. So next, then so here I'm also going to stick the recommendation here. So just leave it at the recommended one. All right. So then click on next. So here just leave everything the way it is. But the next thing you need to do, you must sign in with Google account. I've just signed in. Then I'm back here. Accept the terms of use. Then we are in. Now that we are in, all right, so let's create something cool. All right, so you can see the environment. So here you can do some basic settings. But what we are going to do is just a basic application. Now you can decide whether you are going to make things so or highly automated. For example, you want it to just do things without actually waiting for your input and so on. But I will leave everything the way it is. I want it to wait for me to review and before it does anything. Okay, so then we can check the shortcuts here. Then of course, then just leave everything the way it is. Then so that's basically that. So if you go here, we're not going to touch anything in this area. So, but of course, it's worthy to look at. We're going to create a note-taking app in this video. And this is the final result. So you can see now that I have a complete note-taking app that I can use to take note, edit note, update, delete, and search, as you can see. So I can also change the mode, and if I delete any note, I can do it and it comes back, as you can see. All right, so I'm definitely going to replace my current note-taking app with this. All right, so let's get right into it. So in order to do that, you need to prepare your prompt. So I just made some prompts. Hey Google, let's build a note-taking app using React Native Expo SDK. Here are the features I want on the app. So I'm just listing them. Add new note, display available notes, edit notes, then delete notes with swipe to delete feature, then long press to select notes to delete. Then of course, before you delete, let there be some sort of confirmation. Then also add search. So this is the command, very basic. Then click on send. So once I click on send, so it may take a few seconds or so. So what it's going to do is that it's going to create more or less. It has listed the task based on what I sent it. So after which it's going to make the plans on how to get it done. Let me adjust this. This way. Okay, so you can see what it has displayed. So you don't need to do more. Just be patient with it and follow it carefully. So now it's giving me the implementation plan. So that is how it's going to make it done. So you can see user review required. So at the left here. So as you can see. So what I now need to do is to check if everything is in place. So that if what it has displayed now, if it actually matches what I have in mind. So you can see that it has displayed or what it would do for me based on my request. Okay, so it is now left for me to look at it and verify the plan. So once I verify the plan, so you can see the manual verification, add note, persist note, edit, delete, and so on. So I will just take time to look at it. Once I'm okay with the plan, then I will now let it know. So if you check here, so you see that it's doing some installation for me, that's installing the dependency. Note that it's going to be a mobile app. We are creating a React Native Expo mobile app. So you see now that my project is ready. Now, of course, not the project per se, but the more or less like the setup. So now what he's saying is that I need to change directory to Notes app. So I'll type cd, then Notes app. So once I press enter from this terminal, then it takes me to that directory. Then I'll do npm start. So now here it would start the project, the application. So now it's asking me a particular, the port that is the default port 8081 is occupied. So it's just if you want to use that, it wants to use 8082. So I'll say yes. So see that it's actually running. It's going to be a blank screen anyway. So then as you can see it, so for me to run it, I'll make it open in the browser. Look at it, I'll just click on it. That's control click. So once I do control click, it opens in the browser like this, as you can see. All right, of course, it just to show that the configuration is okay. So the project is not done yet. Okay, so I will now say looks good, then continue. So I'll send that as a request to it. So what you now need to do is to go through the process and begin to put things in place for me. All right, so as you can see, so see that is doing the installation now of the dependency. So I'll say accept. So I will accept what it has done so far. In order to continue, you can see that the processing is on. It has installed the dependencies for me. So it's asking that it needs to make a directory, a screens directory within the context sroc folder or directory. So I say accept. So now if you didn't during your configuration, if you didn't ask it to always ask you, it will just be doing all these things automatically. But it's good that in my case, I just want for you to always ask me. I think it's a better way instead of you just doing it without you following. All right, so now that it has done that, so this is what it has built so far. So as you can see, so if you look at it, it has implemented this one. This, if you look at it carefully at the left, you see those check boxes. So those are the ones that it has done, like that it has implemented swipe. It has done other things like new notes and so on and so forth. All I need to do is accept. So once I click on accept, then it goes through the process again. You're going to be having this back and forth. So you see that the home screen is done, app is done, note editor is done, the note context is done, and so on and so forth. So note that I've not typed any code. It has successfully built the note taking app. So as you can see, so what I need to do is to run it. So for me to run it, I need to do npm start. Of course, you saw that it gave npm start --c. So what that simply means is that just in case there are some junks in the cache, that should help clear it. Now, I normally like running things like this outside of the development environment. In this case, outside of Google Antigravity. So I'm going to open this project now in VS Code. You don't have to do this, but I just want to keep things clean. So then I will now open this project. So this is where the project lives. So you look for the seed, go to your seed drive, go to user, go to the name of the computer, then go to Gemini, then look for Antigravity, then double click on Scratch. Then you see the project that you have been working on. In this case, Notes app. You look for a way to go open that project in VS Code by going through file, open folder, then you get it in like this. So while you are here, so then open terminal. So in the terminal, you type npm start. But note that you ought to have installed Node.js. You ought to have installed, configured React Native. So I'll link the video on how you can run React Native app on your mobile phone. All right, so now that we have that, once you type npm start and execute it, so I'm going to scan it. So I have my phone, I'm scanning it now. So you see that it scans the project. So as you can see, so you see that it's loading it on my phone. This is my physical phone. So see that the app is here. All right, so now it's not polished. Of course, we are going to do that later. But let's just create a new note. So just type new note. Once you click on that plus sign, then type anything there, the title and the note, then save it. So you see that it is saved. So then let me add one more note. Give it a title, then give it a type the note. So once you do that, then of course save it. Then once it saves, so it is displayed added to the previous one. So we now have two notes, right? So the newest note be at the top. Now you can also search for note. So you see that basically what we said you do, it has done, like basically. Okay, so then now that that has been done, then we can also delete if we want. Then of course it doesn't look polished, so let's delete. So if I swipe to the left, so you see that it's asking me for confirmation, so I delete. If I do the next, I can also delete that. So you see that I don't have any note. Now this is more or less bare bone. It doesn't look clean. We're going to fine tune it. We're going to polish it. So now the first thing we need to do is to remove those back and save. Let them be icons instead of back and save. So I'll give it a command. So I'm just saying it should change those back and save to icons. So I will send that command or that prompt. So see that it has done it just like that. So see that this looks cool. This is more mobile like, you know. So all right, so know that we have not written any code. Okay, so now if I give it a title, then give it the note, and I told you that I said that it is saved. Okay, so like that. So then I would say it should add dark mode. Most mobile apps usually will have both light and dark mode. So just issue another request or another command to add dark mode to this project or to this app. So once I do that, I send. Okay, so it goes through the process. Let me accept that. So it has actually done it. It has done it, but the issue now is that there's only to click to toggle that. So I need to give it another command. So the command I will give it is to add toggle, that is mode toggle icon. Okay, so I'll give it another command to add what I can use to toggle. So just give it that command. So add icon to toggle it. So once I give it, I wait for it to go through the process. Once that is done, see that, look at that. So see that it is added. You know, so once I click on it, and it will work like charm, as they will say. All right, so it works effortlessly. So now if I click on it, look at that. So see that it looks very cool. Notes, I have not written any code. You see how cool that is. I want to tell it, so it should display date and time alongside the notes. So give it another command. So you see now that it displays date and time, you know. So as you can see, so see that it now has date and time along the note. Okay, so then I want you to format the date in a certain way. Instead of just saying, I want you to have like short date, like January. If it's January, to have JN, February FEB, and so on, and things like that. So once you have that, so I'll send it the request, then it goes through the process again, and it does it for me. Okay, one thing with AI is that you have to be very specific of what you are doing, and you have to be very intentional. This is what we have. So see that it displays it very well. So a gap between the date and the other content or the note. So just do that, and you can see that it has been added. So that's basically, you can see that it looks cool. So we're going to do a whole lot of, we're going to fine tune it more. Okay, so make the note card multicolor. I want to add different color to the card. That is where the notes are displayed. For example, as you can see, so here instead of just the same color across board, so I want the color to change more or less like random colors. So as you can see, so see that it has also applied that command or that request. Okay, so I want it to be a little bit subtle. So all right, so see that it has done that, right? So I'll accept it. But the only challenge now is that on the dark mode, it doesn't look nice. So remove everything that has to do with multicolor on the while on dark mode. Done, just like that. So as you can see, okay. So and you see that it's very cool, like very, very cool. So now I want the notes and the icon. They are too far from the top, so it should be moved up. So I also give it a command to that effect. So once I give it, then wait for the response. So look at that. So you see that It is done like that, like very cool. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is that add the search icon close to the toggle icon. It is only when you click on it that the search box should show. You see that it works. Alright, so this is what we have so far. So you can see now that, like, very cool. So with this you can create any kind of application that you can see. So I can add new nodes. So this is the final project, this is the final work. So I can add new nodes, I can remove, delete node, I can search for nodes, I can edit nodes. So I can toggle the mode, the dark mode cut across board. So if I delete, so you can see that it's deleted. Then there is also an undo feature. So if I delete, there is a way I can quickly undo. So you have that snack bar. So like here, if I click on delete, it says, if I say cancel, it goes back. But if I delete, if I say delete, it deletes it. So I can search. If I search for what is not available, so you see that it says no notes. Then, but if I search for what is available, and everything shows, as you can see. All right. So like I said, I can add new nodes, can delete nodes, I can update nodes or edit nodes, and so on. That is what we have. This is so cool. Now AI has come to stay. There is nothing anybody can do about it. So what you need to do is just to embrace it. Embrace and make use of it, and you'll be fine. AI will not take your job, only if you are ready to adapt. So I hope this helps you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. Like the video and share it. Thank you for watching. See you in another video.